guys, hope you're well. Same process as ever, with embargo set partway through for 10:30 this evening, please. Can you start with Alan?
Okay, afternoon, Pep. I know you've had good news this week with Laporte back in action playing football, but the injury to Kyle Walker, any further updates for us?
The same my doctor said, I think so, is out for a few weeks, so...
Nothing further as to whether he's ready for the World Cup? No, too early to say.
Yeah.
Erling Haaland, we always talk about him, but you can't ignore him. He continues to score every game. I know we've touched on this before, but do you feel it's a shame that he won't be playing in the World Cup? Are you happy that he's not playing in the World Cup?
No,
what will he be doing during that period?
Of course not. I would love all the players can play and go in this amazing event for as a football player. Next time, but he's young, have an opportunity in 4 years.
Shame for the fans, though.
Yeah, definitely. Good players. All the fans wanna see the best players as possible, and Erling is one of them.
There's even been a petition this week to get him banned from football. Did you laugh about that?
Sorry?
There's been a petition this week.
People were voting to get rid of him from the Premier League because it's just not fair, like joking.
Nice joke, yeah.
Saying it's not fair to everybody else. He shouldn't be playing.
No, as a joke, it's good.
Just on his time during that World Cup, are you planning to have him training, or will he be taking
holidays? Few weeks, 1 or 2 week holidays, and after start again with the players to stay here.
And as far as your performance on Wednesday was confirmed against Copenhagen, you described it as magnificent and a great work ethic. Is that work ethic the secret to success this season? One
of them, not only this one, but one of them. What they have done these years is the capacity for every player do what they have to do in every single day. But I would tell you another secret. So the reason why is the quality they have. Otherwise, you cannot win. You can run a lot and fight a lot, but after you don't have the quality, you cannot have success neither.
And can I just finally ask you about Xabi Alonso? While he was at Bayern Munich, when you were manager, of course, he's been appointed manager of Bayer Leverkusen. Are you pleased for him, and how do you feel he will do as a coach in Germany?
A lot. He will do he was an exceptional holding midfielder, and when you are as an exceptional holding midfielder, you have to understand the game. And he reads perfectly, and of course he's a lovely person, lovely guy. So, and it's an incredible opportunity. He goes to Bundesliga like he knows quite well, in a team with a really good team, Bayer Leverkusen, prestigious. He's still playing Champions League, and I wish him the best. I spoke with him, and hopefully he can do a good job.
Pep, this will be the 5th home game this season in the Premier League for you. Already 20 goals in the previous 4. By any normal standards, that isn't normal, is it? So what continues to both impress you and, if you like, surprise you about this group of players?
No, I said when we start so far, after make back-to-back Premier League, always you have a doubt about how we are going to react in terms of work ethic, in terms of what you have to do, and it's no complaints, but in the same time, it's no time to reflect what you have done, because every 3 days you have a game. In 3 days you go to Copenhagen again to make the last, a step to qualify, not to finish first in the group stage, but to qualify. And now, just incredible. I have the ability that forget immediately what we have done, being good or bad. And now we have Southampton, like we know. Since Ralph is the manager, how we struggle every season to try to control the games, to do good games, so it's not an exception. So we are ready tomorrow to do a good game, a team like last season, except the cup competition, we were not able to beat them in the Premier League.
In the Premier League, like I say, it was 2 draws home and away against them last season. You've been very complimentary about the way his team has played against you in the past. What do you expect from them this weekend?
The same, a brave team. So aggressive, incredible, well organized. It doesn't matter what happened against you. They have a culture that I like a lot to do without the ball, and Yeah, but at the same time, we have to maintain this momentum and try to create a good rhythm, and of course, it's an important fixture for us, so to make another 3 points.
And at this stage, when the team is playing so well, you've spoken about games coming every 3 days. Does that make your job easier to maintain the players' focus?
Yeah. In that terms, yeah, for sure. We'll have time to distract because yesterday regeneration, today is pre-game, like nothing much we can do, and tomorrow early afternoon game, and in 3 days after travel again and play another one. Yeah, that's right. It's just backroom staff, players just focus in what you have to do.
Thank you.
Pep, just on Haaland, when he scored his second goal the other night, you caught on camera pulling a funny face. Is that an indication that even you can't quite believe how many goals he's scoring?
No, it's not about that. It's not about that. When I arrive, we never speak how many goals you have to score. It's just the fact that it's a deflection. Is there? Why the ball finish where he is? This is an incredible, instinct. What I said many times. So what can I teach? Be here or there, 1 meter. Have an incredible sense as to the strikers. Like the ball is going to finish. He goes 1 second before the ball will arrive. I'm there, and he has this talent, this quality. It's not about the score goals. It's oh my God, all the time is deflection across. Is there finish? Where this type of players are. That's why he's always surprised. How can as a man I teach him? When I shoot a deflection and the ball is going to finish here or here, it's impossible. It's just completely instinct. It's natural. And I said many times recently, he did it in Norway, in Austria, in Germany. He's doing here. You don't have to say anything. It just move like you smell it. So that's why. So thank you so much for he choose us, to come here, and the club. It's Khaldun, Ferran, Chiki, all the people involved to try to bring him here, because we are fortunate to have this talent with us.
And can I just ask you, Ilkay Gundogan's wife has been vocal this week in saying how bad the food is in Manchester.
It's right.
How she can't find anywhere to eat. But you have a restaurant in Manchester, so how's that happened?
What I'm disappointed, I still didn't prove my restaurant. That is what annoying me. Gundo is not going to play 1 more minute until the rest of the season. I'm going to invite her and Gundo as well to go to the test. Of course, we're going to eat properly.
Yeah, you keep bringing up this point about you not being able to teach him anything about this goal-scoring instinct. But do you think any part of his game has improved since he came to the club?
No, he just sees, since he's here, what we want to do. The way we want to defend, the way we want to attack, the movements you have to do in different games, where are the spaces. Yeah, of course, but not just me, with his mates. So at the end, the connection with Kevin, with Phil, with Riyad, with Gundo, with Bernardo, with Jack, is play. In the training session, the games and play. And Erling, like Julian, knows, okay, when Kevin has the ball, I know which type of passes I like. I go there. It's natural. It's not a table said, oh, you have to move right, left, there. No.
Do you think there's any part of his game that he can improve on? And needs to improve on?
Everyone can improve. Every player can improve. I think he's ready for that. Everyone knows I can do better. The only thing, never stop until we die, is improve. Our life will have the chance to always improve until we die. So, and he's not an exception.
Hi Pep, Mikel Antonio and Callum Wilson has been talking about Haaland and saying that he will smash the Premier League record for number of goals in a season that is 34 in 42 games. What would it mean for City to have that record? Would it mean anything? Is it something special?
That would be good, but the records will be broken. So Callum and Antonio maybe knows it. I don't know it. So if of course you continue this rhythm, yeah, we don't have to be a clever person to realize it. But who knows? So after Community Shield, people have a lot of doubts. Now have a lot of certainties, and not even ones, and the other ones. Either way, nobody knows what's going to happen. It's just tomorrow. Go there, try to win the game, help us to win the game with his mates. This is what you have to do. And after the end of the season, we will see it. Okay, I score how many goals, how many chances we had to win the titles, and this is the only thing.
Erling has said that maybe the most special thing about you is that you tell him and the other players something one day, and the next day in the matches, exactly that happens.
Sometimes doesn't happen, unfortunately.
But what kind of things is he talking about then? What do you say? And now?
No, I see the opponents, what they do, defensively. I tell the players, I think it's going to happen. This sometimes doesn't happen. Tomorrow I don't know. We're going to play 4 or 5 at the back. I don't know. We're going to play 30 minutes, 32 minutes, 4 in the back, and after the last 10 minutes, 5 in the back. Copenhagen never played 5 in the back. The second half played 5 in the back. Our attack was differently. Our defense has to be differently. So I try to figure out what's going to happen. But at the end, players. This is the success we have is because we have good players, top ones, and this is the secret. And there is no more than that.
What kind of development do you see in your team this season compared to the last one?
Quite similar.
Yeah.
In general, we played really good football in all these years. Now we have the sense that is right, that we have a guy like in front that can in one moment can unlock the game. But the way we were playing, it's normal. I was 6-7 years. Every year we are a little bit better in some terms. But it's just how many fixtures? 8-9 games of the Premier League season. So important is the Premier League in Champions League in that period. We are in a dream position. So you have 1 game left to qualify, and now you have to fight, I think, against BVB to finish the first. It's important too. And in the Premier League, being there, we cannot forget one thing, ladies and gentlemen. There is one team has been better than us. This is the reality. The reality, Arsenal has been better than us so far. We are not top of the league. Important is to be there and try to fight to arrive there.
Last one before the
Pep. Is it fair to project that having Erling would give you more power in the knockout matches? Because it's always fine margins, isn't it? Details, and having him to score half a chance could give you more leverage in those.
If we play good and we produce a lot of balls in the box and we can, be in there, produce it, yeah, of course, we have it. But who knows what's going to happen? Knockout stages. How is our performance? We are not going to rely on it completely with him. Otherwise, we are not going to win. And after, of course, there are 1,000 million decisions. We saw the last Champions League game, midweek, Tuesday, Wednesday. How many games the decisions, like it's out of control for the team, for the players, for the managers. This were decisive to win or lose the games. What you have to do to play much, much better, even better, as much as possible. But these situations that make a lot of influence in the decisions is irrelevant because your level is higher. And when this happens, always you can count on that. There is unpredictable, and especially in knockout stages, the decisions for many things, you are in and you are out. What you have to do is do it better to, even in that decision is against you, you are good enough so it doesn't matter what happened. This is what you have to do.
And is the media attention on Erling the biggest one of a player that you've managed since Messi? Is it fair to say?
Nothing is comparing. The people say that Erling with Leo. I think we don't help any other. So how many new Messis appear in the world football since I started? 10, 15? Always you fail. So Erling has to do his own career, his own job. So different player. Of course, the media. And listen, how many press conferences have done here so far? 50 questions, 45 is for Erling. Every press conference for me is okay. What I said many times, the fortunate we are. Do you know what it is? Is the guys that were here accept it perfectly. And that type of guys, we didn't like it. Guys will win 4 Premier Leagues, fight for everything, just talk about Erling. They would not like it. And in other clubs and other people would not like it. Here, they like. Because we have Kevin, that is an exceptional person, you know, and he's happy to have him, and because both knows they can be better, you know, playing alongside, and the same for all of them. We don't have the incredible players like, oh, why the people talk about Jasim, and in many clubs happen. And this is why it's a joy to watch or to train this type of players.
Set the embargo for 10:30 this evening. We'll start with Gideon.